what a year for you, 2019, and what a way to finish it. Beautiful. New Year's Eve, Japan, first round knockout. Doesn't get much better than that in this sport, right?
No, it doesn't get any better than that, especially considering where the year started out, fighting back in Alaska. It's been a pretty good ride since then. Minus one small detour to Siberia.
Yeah, I mean, I've been aware of your career ever since you were fighting at Tiger, and you've changed a little bit. You know, you're living in Australia now, right? You're training out of Australia, and I don't know, how do you explain just getting on this massive upward trajectory? It's crazy what a difference a win can make, right? But 3 wins and 3 big ones in a big promotion, it feels like your whole career's transformed.
Yeah, man, I really don't know. I think like you said, I think I've just kind of fallen into a good scenario out here in Australia. You know, I'm finally kind of got a good little. I've had good teams around me in the past, but I mean, it's just kind of all come together out here. I really don't know what to attribute it to other than just fucking stars aligning and shit. It's all working out.
I thought it was interesting you saying that you're not made for the unified rules. I mean, is this just a perfect marriage, you and Rizin, do you think?
Yeah, absolutely, man. The rule set there is I think it's just tailor made for the way that I like to fight. You know, I feel like the scoring and just the kind of the strictness of the rules in the unified set, they kind of slow the pace down and they make you stop and think and do things like that. Whereas in Rizin, it's kind of just let it all hang out. You know, you go in there and you try and find a finish, and even if you end up, you know, like in my Jerry fight, you end up getting stopped. The Japanese is the not Japanese fans, number one, and number two, the promoters in Rizin. They really don't look down on you for it, you know. Whereas, you know, in the World Series of Fightings and the PFLs and things like that, you know, or UFC, you gotta really kind of fight smarter, or not smarter is the wrong word. It's more like you fight more restrained, because you know guys are going out there and they're so concerned about win, loss, this, that, the other thing. They'll grind out these stupid decisions, getting into a jab fest, or, you know, wrestle fucking a guy for 3 rounds. You know, nobody wants to see that. That's not what we got in this sport to do. We didn't get in the sport to sit out to have glorified sparring matches. We got in there to go out and finish people. And I think Rizin, in its rule set and just the way that they look at martial arts in general, that they want us to go out and finish, it just it pushes that forward. That, hey, let's go out and have a damn fight.
Were you in conversation with them, you know, before you kind of had this big upturn? Because we saw you fight the champ back in 2018. Were they reassuring you, look, we like what you've got, we like the way you approach things, don't worry about it? Was there that kind of conversation?
Yeah, absolutely. They were. I mean, Shingo and I have always been kind of in contact back and forth. Even before I fought Jiri, I was constantly blowing up their Twitter and their social media trying to get over there. And then once I got over there, you know, I mean, the fight with Jiri, the first time didn't go my way, but we were kind of always in contact. But it just became a thing where I needed to take a couple little fights outside of it, just kind of while they were cycling through. You know, they had him fighting King Mo, and they were trying to figure out what they were doing with other things. So I did some other stuff, and it just, like I said, you know, after that Rocky Martinez fight, everything just kind of took off. Shit. Now who knows where we're gonna land in 2020, bro.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Of course, everyone always asks that, right? What's next? But I mean, there's a lot of buzz, and you got kind of the promotion like what you do, the fans like what you do, so you seem right in position to kind of call your shot now. So what's happening?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to maintain what I've always said with Rizin. I'm not calling anything. I'll let them point, and I'll fire the gun. You know what I mean? I will be their hired hitman. But that being said, I want a belt in 2020. I don't care if it's the light heavyweight belt, the heavyweight belt, a Grand Prix belt, an open weight belt, me fighting dudes that weigh 600 pounds belt. I don't care. I want a belt. So whatever's going to happen, I think a lot's going to kind of come down what shakes down with Jiri, what he's doing. You know, we've seen how successful the Grand Prix have been. I would love to see a heavyweight GP. I'll be a part of that, absolutely. But that being said, you know, I mean, Simon Bouillon, myself, and Ivan Skirlov are all in the mix right there, and I would love to take those two out on my way to that 205 belt also, or 93 kg, so everyone will say it.
Man, it's exciting times. Look, I think